Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful parable from the ancient Lotus Sutra. It's this incredible story about a being who is, for all intents and purposes, perfect. But before he gets to visit a world that's, well, a lot like ours, he's given some very, very surprising advice. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to set the scene. And our story kicks off with this huge, incredible contrast. So picture this. On one side, you've got this perfect, brilliant realm just full of light. And then on the other side, you've got what the text calls the Sahā World. And guess what? That's our world. It's described as being just full of conflict, full of flaws. I mean, the difference is just night and day. And right in the middle of this perfect world, that's where we meet our main character, Wonderful-Voice Bodhisattva. The text really goes all out describing just how perfect this guy is. He's handsome, he's got millions of merits under his belt, and he literally shines with this amazing light. He's basically the poster child for spiritual accomplishment. Okay, but here's where it gets kind of mind-blowing. The sheer scale of things. We're talking 6,800,000 yojanas. Now, that's the height of his Buddha, pure flower star king wisdom Buddha. A yojana, by the way, is just this ancient unit of measurement. Don't worry about the exact conversion. That's not really the point. The point is, we are talking about beings on a cosmic, completely unimaginable scale. And Wonderful-Voice himself, his own stature is just as impressive. He's 42,000 yojanas tall, so he's a giant in his own right. Just think about it. He's magnificent, he's powerful, and he comes from a world where everyone is like this. Can you just imagine his perspective looking out at the rest of the universe? All right, so hold that image of magnificence in your head. Now, let's contrast that with how the text describes our world. It's called not even, which basically means it's rough, it's uneven, it's full of mud, stones, mountains, impurities, you get the picture. It's a gritty, messy, totally imperfect place. You know, a world that from the outside looking in might seem, well, pretty primitive. So this is where the story really gets going. One day, a beam of light from the Buddha in our world, the Sahā World, shines all the way across the cosmos, right into this perfect realm, and it reaches Wonderful-Voice. And he's totally intrigued, so he immediately goes and asks his own Buddha for permission to come visit us, to travel to this small, flawed, faraway little place. But, and this is a big but, before he gets the green light, he receives this very specific and honestly really unexpected warning. And this, right here, is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. If it were you advising this magnificent, giant, super enlightened being who's about to visit our messy little world, what would you tell him? Hey, be careful. Maybe don't get your feet dirty. The real advice he gets is so much more profound than that. This right here, this is the heart of the whole lesson. His Buddha isn't worried about his physical safety at all. It's all about his attitude. The number one most important instruction is basically an order against contempt. A warning, do not look down on this other, less perfect world. And the text even gets super specific about it. It says, don't consider the world itself inferior. Don't look at its spiritual figures, its Buddha and Bodhisattvas, and think they're somehow lesser. And definitely don't judge them for their physical size, for being short or small compared to you. It's just this incredibly powerful instruction in radical humility. So what's really going on here? What's the heart of this lesson? I mean, why would this perfect being from a perfect world need such a blunt warning against being arrogant? It's a great question, right? Well, what the parable is teaching is this really fundamental principle. It's about the whole purpose of any advantage we might have. It doesn't matter if it's spiritual merit or being smart or having money or being good at something. None of those things make you inherently better than the people you're trying to help or just, interact with. To put it really simply, your strengths, they're not a yardstick for you to measure your worth against somebody else. They're a toolkit. They're resources that are meant to be used for service, for connection, to benefit others, not for building yourself a pedestal to stand on and feel superior. And look, this isn't just some abstract spiritual lesson from thousands of years ago, right? This has incredibly practical, real-world applications in our lives today, right now. Just think about it for a minute. When you're the expert talking to a total novice, do you kind of see them as inferior, or do you see a chance to share what you know without being condescending? Or what about when you're having a run of success? How do you look at someone who's really struggling? Do you judge them, or do you see that you share a common humanity? This even applies to how we see ourselves. It's so easy to be tempted to despise the person you used to be and totally forget that, hey, that person was a necessary step on the journey to who you are now. So I'll leave you with this final question. Where in your world is the mud and the stones and the mountains that you're tempted to despise? Maybe it's in other people, maybe it's in a tough situation you're in, or maybe it's even inside yourself. The lesson of Wonderful Voice is really just asking us to look again, to look at all that messiness, not with judgment, but with a real readiness to engage and to help